When Scott and Allison bought their Pittsburgh home in 2006, it was a perfect fit. Now that their family is growing, the house is feeling a bit small. They want to find out if it makes better sense to add on or just move out.
Scott and I live here with our daughter Anastasia. She just turned 2, and we actually moved here 2 years ago from Texas. We walked into this house and just fell in love with the woodwork and the old windows and the character of the house.
We bought the house in June of 2006. We paid $255,000, and after looking at a ton of houses, this one was kind of in the middle of the range that we were looking at. We've spent $47,000 on the house. I think that the house is probably worth about $310,000. I think that's what we bought it for plus what we put in.
I tend to be a little more optimistic. I was feeling like we could reasonably ask $400,000 for the house. If I were to be correct, then
it would mean I'd be wrong.
Yeah. Then it would be green light to go ahead and do the attic.
Highland Park is located east of the city of Pittsburgh. It is known as a city neighborhood, and Highland Park is primarily residential. Homes in Highland Park range from $65,000 to $665,000.
So LeSans, this is the first room that we saw when we came into the house, and we absolutely fell in love with the original stained glass windows.
Beautiful.
The original woodwork around the fireplace, and then these original windows. We refinished the wood floors throughout the entire downstairs.
How much did you spend on the floors?
We spent about $5,000.
Wow. You'll definitely see at least $8,000 return on that investment. And then the windows, wow, I love the stained glass windows. The original windows, they're no longer energy efficient. I would recommend that you do a wood frame window, more expensive, probably about $20,000 invested, but you'll see every penny of it back.
This was the biggest investment we made in the house. All together to upgrade cost us about $33,000. There was a wall right across here that really cut off the space. We had that wall taken out.
So you've almost doubled your space.
Almost, yeah, almost.
What was in here before was a white, kind of a laminate cabinet. So we replaced them with this maple cabinetry. We spent about $12,500 on them all together. And then we also added the black granite countertops for about $5,000. We really loved the look of those. And there was one last important thing that we did. It used to be so cold in the winter, so we added a radiator to the back of the kitchen.
Kitchens and baths still rule in home improvements, and I think you all knocked this one out of the park. You did a great job, and a lot of the homes in Highland Park, they have a lot of nooks and crannies, and you all eliminated that and made a nice open kitchen, and almost doubling your space, and with the quality of the materials you did, I see at least $50,000 return on this. The only thing is that when I walked into the kitchen initially, the radiator is kind of drawing my attention. If we just paint it black, it'll blend with the granite.
Good suggestion.
Yeah.
This is our backyard. We just this summer put in this stone patio with a seat wall all the way around it. Cost us about $7,800.
We just get gorgeous sunsets out here, so we like to have dinner on the patio and enjoy the sunsets and the view.
What a wonderful way to expand your living space outdoors. You've done a beautiful job. The fact that you're in the city and you have this much yard and it's fenced is just great. You'll see at least a $10,000 return on this, at least.
A contractor is here to give his input on whether or not this master suite conversion makes sense.
Well, you guys were talking about expanding the bathroom, but because of the roof lines, I don't think that's going to be possible. So what I suggest is that you work with what you have. You build a shower on the left here, just replace the vanity, tile the floor, and the whole thing should cost you about $4,000.
That all sounds wonderful. I would just recommend that we step it up a couple notches and go really high end with the bathroom. Do marble. Do a marble floor-to-ceiling shower. The space is probably too small for double sinks, his and her sinks, but double shower heads might work. Newer, clear glass. Just really do it up and make it like a master suite. I'm convinced that I could put this house on for $50,000 more if this becomes the master suite of the house.
Even without expanding it, just
because going through the roof is so expensive, and you have the square footage here. It's just kind of reorganizing the space to make it more efficient.